Alright guys, that was me trying to understand a bit about value error and type error. Now we've basically seen something about this error handling, and we're going to take it one step further by discussing the types of error handling that is available to us in Python, and one of it is value error. Now, what is a value error? A value error would be something, for example, when like you can say a value, the correct way to describe a value error would be like a, you can say that is if you're giving a correct argument type, right, but an incorrect value is supplied to a function, right? It is more, it happens in mathematical operations mostly. Like let's just say that you have a box, or you have a matchsticks, you have a box of matchsticks, right? There are matchsticks in it. You try to fit a stick that is longer than your matchstick into the box, and it won't fit. So now that the box is supposed to take in matchsticks, but it's not supposed to take in matchsticks which are longer than its value. For example, its value of, you can say, 3 inches, right? It cannot be more than that. So this type of error is known as value error, and we will try to understand a bit about value error as. Anyways, understanding a bit about value error, let's come back to value error. So I've written this program where it's asking for an integer value, right? And we're supposed to give it an integer value. But what happens if we don't give it an integer value? It will throw us an exception that the value that you have entered is actually not an integer, and that you're supposed to give us an integer value. So let's just say we enter an integer, but instead of entering an integer, I enter my name. Value is not an integer. It threw us that value error because the value of this did not match to an integer. Vanya is not a number, it's a string, and it understood that we're giving it a string and not an integer, and it threw us this value error that the number that whatever you've entered is not a value, is not the correct value, and you're supposed to give us an integer value, not a string value.